Most people assume that by 95, standing steadily is no longer expected. That hesitation, weakness, and fear of falling are simply part of life. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if the reason some people remain steady well into their 90s has nothing to do with luck or genetics and everything to do with a few quiet supports most seniors never think about? Today, we're exploring 5 essential vitamins that often go overlooked, yet quietly shape balance, confidence, and independence as the years add up. And stay with me until the end, because the last one is usually dismissed as too basic to matter. It may be the most underestimated of all. Most people believe that by the time someone reaches their 90s, steadiness is gone. That weak legs, uncertainty, and hesitation are simply part of aging. Society quietly lowers expectations and calls it normal. But every once in a while, that story breaks. You see a 95-year-old rise from a chair without bracing, walk across a room without rushing, stand calmly, balanced, unafraid of the ground beneath their feet. Not athletic, not dramatic, just steady. And it makes you wonder what's really going on. This isn't about miracles, and it isn't about chasing youth. It's about understanding what quietly supports confidence and stability in later life. The first vitamin is one almost everyone has heard of, but few truly understand beyond its surface reputation. Vitamin D, most people think of it only in terms of bones, but vitamin D also plays a role in how muscles receive and respond to signals. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at producing it from sunlight, and many seniors spend less time outdoors than they once did. In everyday life, this doesn't feel dramatic. It shows up subtly. Movements take a bit more effort. Balance requires more attention. Standing feels less automatic. People often say, "I'm just being careful." But sometimes the body is quietly asking for support. If you've ever noticed feeling more confident on bright mornings or steadier after time outdoors, that's not imagination. It's the body responding to rhythms it still recognizes. Here's a simple question to reset your attention. When was the last time you stood in natural light and allowed your body to wake up without rushing? What keeps someone steady at 95 often isn't force. It's alignment. The second vitamin supports something many people don't realize changes with age. Vitamin B12. This vitamin helps maintain communication between the brain and the body. Over time, digestion shifts, and absorption may decline even when eating habits remain the same. Low support doesn't announce itself loudly. There's no pain, no injury. It's just a slight delay. A moment where the legs don't respond as quickly as expected. A step that feels less precise. But when this communication is supported, movement feels smoother, more cooperative. The body responds when asked. If your legs still seem to follow your intentions without hesitation, that's not something to overlook. And let's challenge a common belief. Aging doesn't mean the mind and body disconnect. It means the connection needs care. Have you noticed how some people your age move with confidence, while others seem cautious even when nothing is wrong? That difference often begins quietly. The third vitamin supports endurance, not strength in the way most people think of it. Vitamin E. This vitamin helps protect muscle cells from everyday wear. Not intense exercise, just normal living. Standing, walking, moving through routines. At 95, steadiness isn't about power. It's about lasting. Many seniors say, "I get tired faster now." That's not failure. That's information. People who remain steady aren't pushing harder. They're recovering better. Our muscles aren't fighting yesterday when today begins. Picture standing at the kitchen counter in the morning light, feet planted comfortably, no urgency to sit down. That quiet ability to remain upright without strain, that's endurance. And here's a gentle interruption. When was the last time you stood simply because you could, not because you had to? Endurance doesn't announce itself, it just stays. The fourth vitamin is one most people stop thinking about after childhood. Vitamin K. This vitamin supports how the body manages certain nutrients over time. That efficiency influences structures that support confidence when standing and moving. People who feel steady often don't talk about it. They don't brace before stepping. They don't scan the floor nervously. They trust their footing. That trust isn't careless. It's familiar. It's built slowly. Here's another assumption worth challenging. Aging doesn't automatically mean fragility. Fragility often comes from neglect, not years. If you step forward without hesitation, without second-guessing the ground beneath you, that's not luck. That's support working quietly. The fifth and final vitamin is often dismissed as too simple to matter. Vitamin C. Most people associate it with immunity, but it also supports connective tissue, circulation, and recovery from everyday strain. At 95, the question isn't whether you can move, it's how well your body responds after you do. Bodies that recover remain confident. Bodies that don't begin to hesitate. If you've noticed that stiffness fades quickly, that your body adapts instead of resisting, that's resilience. Picture a calm afternoon walk, comfortable shoes, easy breathing, legs that feel cooperative instead of heavy. That's not youth, that's adaptability. Now let's step back. No vitamin works alone. No single habit keeps someone steady at 95. What truly makes the difference is consistency. Small supports repeated over time. Choices that don't shout, but quietly compound. This is where aging is often misunderstood. People look for dramatic solutions when what actually works is alignment and patience. Aging well isn't about proving anything. It's about moving through your days without fear. Standing when you choose. Sitting when you want. Trusting your body instead of bracing against it. If this video made you reflect, even briefly, that matters. And if you want to understand how small daily choices quietly shape strength, confidence, and independence over time, watch the next video on the power of compounding. Because at 95 or at 65 or carries you forward isn't intensity, it's consistency. And that changes everything.